We're live.
Yeah.
I shoot you
live and in full effect. Yeah, give it a couple of seconds.
live.
And since we're back live at this stage, we're going to get it popping right now. Welcome back. Welcome back to the channel. It is Wednesday again, and now I have feedback because I have my iPad out. Turn that down a little bit. I like to keep up with y'all's messages and stuff. Welcome back to the channel and to the show. It is Wednesday, so you already know it is time for the Get Down. We're here to talk nothing but nerd gaming news. I am your host, The Hammer.
I'm your boy, Snake.
And I'm Mingo D.
Let's get
that was my game. That was my game intro.
I'm with it. I like
video
it.
game. That's
I
how
like it.
come out. One of the ways. Like
Hey,
a
I ain't
ninja.
mad at all.
Hey, Mingo,
Make sure I
the
still have my
impossible
number.
task that I want, you and Ray, I want to get this out. The impossible task I want to give y'all. And anybody else.
Okay.
I bet you can't do it.
Okay.
It's impossible.
Okay.
And if you can prove me wrong, but it is impossible to stand backwards on stairs.
He's right.
Yeah, because you're never backwards. You're either just going up or down the stairs. You're never backwards. Yeah, that's 100% true. Shit.
Conundrum.
When he said it, I was like, well,
I told you.
Right.
I told you, you're going to think about it. You're going to think about a way to do it, and you can't.
That is
because if you try laying down, you're just laying down on the steps. If you try like be upside down, just no, it doesn't work. You're still like going up some weird steps. So yeah.
You're either going up or you're going down, but you're always facing the right direction. You know what?
Unable.
That one is that is impossible. You're right. It is impossible.
You can walk backwards up the stairs, but you can never face back. Yeah, gotcha. Huh.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Pretty cool. I like that one.
You heard it here first. Don't get nerdy. Right here. Anyway, while we sit up here bullshitting around, let's get into some nerd talk because I want to make sure I stick to what we're trying to do here. So, real quick, apparently yesterday, this is not a shot at you, Mingo, but apparently yesterday there was a short frame of time where PlayStation Network was down.
It was a shot.
Yeah.
It was two shots.
Oh, wow. He turned that into that, sir. I did not.
He did two shots at you. Look at that. It was a short
That's messed up.
amount of time.
I did not. I did no such thing.
I
did no such thing. Listen, so look, PlayStation Network was down, and not only PlayStation Network, but anything that had anything to do with online functionality with PlayStation or PS4 and PS5 was completely down. It wasn't for a really long time, but it was odd because it was unscheduled maintenance. Which, to me, when I hear unscheduled maintenance, means that some shit went down, something backfired, something happened, and it crashed the whole network. Now, you got to think, you got PlayStation Now, they've got their movie or their TV app that they got going on, anything that has to do with online gaming, like all of that, down. Which, would have really pissed me off if I would have been in the middle of playing. Just as a gamer, if I was in the middle of playing and then all of a sudden, boom, down, no warning, that would irritate the absolute hell out of me. When you have scheduled maintenance, and I'm sure it's on PlayStation like that too, Xbox, like they tell you, and then they give you like a countdown. They'll randomly tell you, it'll pop up on your Xbox like 1 hour until so and so goes down for maintenance. Like the games will do it, and I've seen with the network, I've seen it do it. Now I'm sure PlayStation has the same thing, but it was a weird deal, and people freaked out for how many ever hours or minutes that it was down. But they got it right back up, got it running, which I'm gonna accredit to them switching servers to the same servers that Microsoft runs, because whatever that crap was they were running before was garbage. They would be down for days at a time. And if they had this happen and they were able to get it back up within, minutes or hours or however long it took, that's a thumbs up. But in case you didn't know, in case if you leave your PlayStation on standby, like I leave my Xbox on standby, the network did go down, you might want to go, turn it on and see, if it reconnected, or if you're going to have to reboot from the beginning, or what's going to happen, because there was that maintenance.
Dang, Thomas. It was Thomas, man. Thomas.
Yeah, it could have been. It could have been. It definitely could have been. So, moving on to what's next, I would like to talk about, drumroll please, No Man's Sky. Yes, No Man's Sky, again, has another update. And I'm beginning to think that this game, well, here recently, this is probably the most updated game here recently out of anything out there right now, because they have been dropping not just little updates, like full blown game changing patches. Like these are this is DLC. You're just not paying for it because they give it for free. This one is called Frontiers, and basically it adds settlements, but not just like settlements that, oh, this is cool to look at. They're like living settlements. So you go there, there's people, there's NPCs everywhere. Like,
it's about time.
They have tasks. Yeah, they have tasks that you can do. It's like an actual environment. There's an economy for the planet. It's like, it is a whole freaking thing. This is game changing for the game.
It would be game changing if it was like an MMO, like RPG type thing. Like you're running around, like you get missions and you can go randomly missions for the people. I mean, you do missions, but it's not like RPG type. I don't know.
True.
I still want to be able to summon my freighter in the system. Just saying.
Yeah, I should be able to I should have my freighter over here. You should be able to have your freighter right here, right next to it if I want to. I mean, it's infinite space. It's space. It's infinite. Why can we not have freighters next to each other?
Maybe that's what they're working on. Maybe that's the reason.
Possible.
If all four of us, if there's four of us playing and we all have starships, I think we should be able to starship it up. Make our own fleet.
But see, that's what I think they're working on. I think when he said the DLC and they're updating, I think the reason for that is, okay, if we can do this DLC, get the settlements and all that, because games are hard or whatever, and get it to where this code and everything is able to work in the space that we already, with the existing code and everything, then we could probably figure out, because maybe it's like a door thing for freighter is like a door for space. I don't know. I don't know. So, because there's a thing where they say, making doors in video games are hard. So maybe making a freighter fit next to another freighter is hard for them. So maybe if they can get this DLC to work and it works well, then they'll say, okay, we figured out the way, and then boom, freighter, bam. Maybe, I don't know. And his finger is up. So
see, I would halfway like to agree with you,
but
if they didn't already have like 15 different other freighters coming into the system with us. Like we're in a system with one freighter, and all of a sudden, next thing you know, like freighters just come flying in.
Yeah, anytime they're prepared, and anytime, especially whenever they're looking for you, and you run into the pirates, or whenever you're wanted, like multiple freighters just appear, and it's like, oh, what the shit? And then those freighters have little ships that come out of them, and they're all trying to get you. So it's possible.
Yeah, each freighter has possible. Like 15 other little freighters that come with it, like little.
Yeah,
cinematic.
Nah, because and then also like you have to realize how big this freaking game is. Like it's the galaxy. You can't
18. I can give you an estimate. To give you a number to just kind of ponder upon. So 18 quintillion planets. This is what they said. 18 quintillion planets. Okay. There's been 17 updates to this game total. This is number 17. But 18 quintillion planets.
Yeah, they should have do Fridays.
Okay, I get it. It's infinite. That game is infinite. It is.
It's now I do get you gotta realize like it's an infinite world. Like I mean, it's a massive thing, but they do still have their systems set up to where, like, if they wanted to actually try, you could easily make this game an MMO, like with massive, like people anywhere and everywhere at random times. Like everybody could be in here at the same time. But I mean, at least on the surface, it looks that way because of how big it is. But if you do ever play the game and you go into the Nexus, it's like the social hub. It's glitchy as hell, like glitchy as hell. And there's a lot of people in there running around. You see other players running around and stuff. So they, even though their systems, like, or this game has all these quintillion planets and stuff, you're not at those planets all at the same time, and it's not running each and every single one of them as a whole. Like as you get to the planet, it loads and stuff like that. There's more to it than what we think, and you know, like I understand we're like, oh, why can't they do this? I know there's more to it that we don't know about. So I gotta give it to that I don't.
Just piggybacking off of what Hammer said last week. Just internet connection itself, just in general. I mean, that can totally just be the factor. It could just be the fact that to have all that work, everybody would, like, you would probably have to sign a waiver where everybody has fiber optics, and if you don't have fiber optic, you can't play this game.
You can't play the game. I will say this. I think it is. I think there's more room for more possibilities when this game gets ported over to the next gen consoles. Because I'm pretty sure No Man's Sky is going to make its way to the next gen, probably. I think if they really venture into that, there's more power there, and I think they can get rid of some of the bugginess, like in the Nexus, like you're talking about. The glitching and people jumping around. I think you have way less of that on a more powerful system. And maybe if they when they port it over, that game it's going to port. If GTA ports is porting, this game should port. Period.
Everybody just buy a Tesla bot and make it a server in your house.
I'm not buying a Tesla bot because I'm not into adaptive AI. That's another conversation for another day.
I will, but there's some
it could be a server
I need.
Nope. Move on, Hammer. Go.
Anyway,
next.
The point of this is, they've added this, and you have the ability. I want to throw this out. You will have the ability to not only go and explore these settlements and interact in them and do missions. But if you like the settlement, you could end up talking to the right people there or doing a quest for them, and you can become the overseer of the settlement. So basically, the settlement then belongs to you.
So can you make money off of it by doing that?
Yes. There's town planning, there's treasury management, there's policies and conflict resolution. So there's going to even be conflict. So they're adding in the element of where you can have your settlement, basically your home, and you can basically edit the economy and make it however you want it to be. You can choose basically how you want it to be laid out. And then you're basically going to have to defend it at times because if somebody else likes your plan, likes your settlement, they, I guess, technically can become in conflict with you, and I guess they can try to like come in and maybe try to take over.
I was just gonna say that. I was gonna say somebody do like Rome, like, you know, can you have somebody that like a Kaiser decides he's gonna get his crew, or he gets an army like Rome, and they decide they're going to conquer all the first part of the quintillion planets or settlements, and they decide they're just going to take everybody's settlement and just conquer. You know what?
Now, it didn't say it doesn't say if you're able to maintain more than one settlement at a time, but you have building editors, you have new inventory of new building tools, so that's going to allow for different types of buildings on the settlement. I'm looking at this list here. Like, there's all kinds of stuff that you can do to mold the town basically into however you want it to be, like however you want it to look, the whole layout. There's a separate, because Tyler knows because we played the game, like, they have, like, you have the building hub where you can build your little base or whatever, and it has the different materials and all the stuff. Well, there's going to be a separate hub that is specifically for editing settlements that they're going to add new, or they've added, because this is already out, they've added new elements, new types of buildings and different things that you can use to be separate from the other stuff that's already in the game. So it's a pretty big add-on, man. This add-on is, I mean, the other one was cool because you got pets and all that good stuff, and the prisms is great because it visually made the game better.
Having a pet.
Well, I mean,
it
was just something cool. It's like,
cover your ears, Leah. Cover your ears, Tigger.
I wish that they would have took all that data that they used on pets and put it towards something decent that we can do.
Well, it depends on what pet you get too, because you get the bigger pet, and it gives you the ability to like ride the pet around the planet. Yeah, you don't have to have one of those robots.
Yeah, like I got a pet.
It added that.
But you can't even control it.
What do you mean?
Like when you run on it, like it's like just running. Like I don't know. Like
I was controlling my pet.
You can halfway control it. I'll give you that. It's not.
So you're saying the controls are sloppy, is what you're getting at.
There you go. But still, like, but have you seen the animals in that? Like, ain't not one.
Yes, they're all weird. All weird. Every single one of them.
I did find one that was kind of halfway decent that I took as a pet, but like I just did that just for the story, like, or just for the achievement things or whatever that they want you to do. But it's just, I feel like that was pointless. Like you get pets.
I mean, I don't have a robot to run around the planet, so I was okay with it. Because then I can just make friends with an animal, hop on the motherfucker back, and hey, let's go over here. And I ain't got to walk. And I ain't got to like get in my ship and waste fuel just to fly over here. I can like leave my ship here, get on this thing back, and take off.
Faster.
Yeah, it is, but there's times where I don't want to fly. Or if it's not worth flying in that radius, then I can just get on the animal's back and then like just ride around that radius, picking up whatever supplies I need, whatever materials, then go back to the ship, get in, and leave. You know, that happens. So, but this update is definitely worth it. Like I said, Prisms is really good for a visual update. It needed a visual update, and they did a great job with that. And this is definitely a welcome addition. The settlements, I'm excited about the settlements themselves just because of the fact that I know I can alter the economy. Like I can manage the economy. So if I want my thing to be like a mining settlement, basically I can set it up that way and have it thrive off of mining. So if I go to a planet that's rich in, I don't know, uranium, and I want to just mine uranium, I can do that. Like I can tell them, like, this is what we're going to do. I'm going to set this up to where they can mine this stuff and bring it in. So definitely a cool update. If you play No Man's Sky, definitely go check that out. It's 100% worth it. I will be checking it out myself. Or Vibranium, you're right. All right. So, moving on. We're going to talk a little bit of Marvel. But we're not going to just talk Avengers. We're not going to just talk X-Men. We're going to talk this new game that's about to come out. It's called Marvel's Midnight Suns. Now, I talked about this on the last show. I didn't have the name down correctly. I apologize for that. because I barely saw anything about it then. But they had a reveal, little bit of gameplay footage that came out. To me, the game looks awesome. I have some drawbacks, and I'll get to them in a minute. But the basically the story is there's Hydra has basically used their science, mixed it with magic, and woke up this being, this evil being named Lilith. She's basically the mother of all evil, and they've awoken her she's been awoken from being in a slumber, and now she's back, and she's going to start terrorizing things. And the good guys, I can't just say the Avengers because it's not just the Avengers. There's X-Men, there's Avengers, there's standalone characters like it's the Marvel universe. So the good guys or the heroes, the only thing they can think of to do to try to help combat it is to wake the child of Lilith, who was the only being that was able to imprison her in the first place. The cool thing about this is you get to be the child of Lilith, and you get to customize your character the way you want to customize it. So it can be male, it can be female, and then you have at it. You customize with all of the different sets of stuff, and the facial expression, like the way their face is, if they wear a mask, if they wear kind of hair, weapons, style of battle, like if they're gonna shoot things out of their hands, or they're gonna use blades, like everything. Like you customize it to make it how you want it, and then you team up with the heroes of the Marvel universe to try to stop Lilith and her evil army. That's what I'm gonna paraphrasing. They call them the Lilith army, but there's different creatures within them. There's tons of different creatures within it. Again, it does include Hydra in this because they were the ones that were tinkering and messing with stuff and caused this. But along with that, when I say the Marvel universe, I mean the Marvel universe. You have your Captain Americas, you have your Iron Mans, you have your Black Widows, but you also have your Wolverines, you have your, whoever you want to think of. You got them. You even have Cyclops, but you even have Blade. Blade is in this game. I was impressed. I saw a lot of Doctor Strange and I saw Iron Man, and then I looked and I was like, oh snap, that's Blade. That's cool. They're including everybody. There's also lots of different iconic places from the Marvel universe that they're using as battlegrounds in this game. There's places you go to battle. You can use Doctor Strange's the Sanctums. It's going to be one of those. Avengers Tower is one. There's a place looks like it's out in the desert that they're using. Kind of reminds me of the little restaurant that Tony Stark was sitting in. Was it at the end of Iron Man 2 or 3?
How about you?
Like it reminds me of that place. But there's that, and then there were several other places. There's even a place that's in a different world. What are you doing?
The scene in Iron Man, I think, where I was trying to do the thing where Thor had the drink and he dropped it and broke the glass. And I think he was
he's
doing.
Like, he's like,
I
this
wanted
is
to say
delicious.
he was
He's
doing
like,
it.
Another, and he throws the gun. Okay,
Yeah.
Okay. Gotcha. Yeah.
Yeah, don't worry about us. We're doing our thing.
Oh, I'm sorry. Either way. It was distracting, man. I didn't know what was happening. Anyway, so all of these different locations are in the game. It looks like a lot of fun, man. Wolverine looks dope. I mean, all the characters look really well put together. They don't look crappy.
Is it third person? Like, okay, is it like DC Universe? Is it like more of a like close third person kind?
Yeah, like it. That's where I was going next. Like, it's third person, but it's a card-based game. It's a turn-based game, and it involves cards. So you get these cards that activate certain skills, and you have to strategically figure out how to use your skills to take down enemies and whatnot. To me, that's the one drawback of the game. I wish they would have just left it as a button master and like, let me put together the combos and do what I want to do. I'm all about the customizing of my own character. I get them, he or she can have whatever powers I want them to have, and I think that's dope. Like that was what was cool about DC Universe, was the fact that I made my own villain or I made my own hero, and I could, while you were limited, there still were options as to what you could do. If you want to be super fast, you can be super fast. If you want to fly, you can fly. There was options. With this, there's options. I can make them look how I want to, make them have whatever powers, whatever weapons.
It's cool, but Marvel Universe Online.
Yeah, like I was hoping this would be their version of that, but when they added the card, they gave it a Yu-Gi-Oh!
Yes, they did. Yeah. But still, I want them to do it, because they did it. But when they did it, you had to pick a character. You couldn't make your own custom character. You had to pick through one of them, and it was just it wasn't what it was.
Yeah.
Do it just like DC Universe did, but do Marvel Universe, and pick whether you want to be a mutant, like tech, like Iron Man, or you could
pretty much how
the exact same way Marvel. I mean DC, but
it would be kind of like what happened. Remember when you went to that Shield thing, and then they had the thing where you got to pick which one, like superhuman, human. This, remember it was a thing you actually did one time.
Everybody, we went, but it's like everybody was just an agent when you went into that.
Okay.
Like you were just an agent of Shield, and you got a card and stuff like that. You were just an agent.
But yeah, but I'm talking about as far as your power or whatever. One, I know somebody was like a human. I know you had superhuman on yours, so it'd be kind of like when you get to go pick in the Marvel things you want. You get mutant, superhuman, human, super soldier. God.
Marvel, if Marvel did it, I feel like there'd be a lot more options that they could do, opposed to what DC because Marvel there's so much that people had powers being a mutant, Inhumans, just an agent. Hell, just agents have tech and shit. Tony Stark building his own fucking armor. Blade, he's a fucking half vampire. Ghost Rider got his shit from the devil. There's so many
so it'd
different
be magic.
Peter Parker getting bit by a spider. There's so many different.
Spider-Man's one character that didn't see in the game.
All the different versions of the superhero, super serum, Captain America, super soldier serum that spread out and made all these other different ones and shit.
Like Weapon X and all that.
Yeah. So all the X-Men, there's so much that they could do. And you just think about all the houses that you could pick. If you want to, in the DC, you pick your power, your type, what mentor you get and shit. They could have more mentors than DC. They could, if they did it, they could actually beat DC Universe Online. I'm hands down, they probably could.
Yeah, if they really wanted to, I think they could. They could have did it with this game, but they took the turn-based.
Yeah.
They took the turn-based card approach, but.
See, that's the thing that I don't like about turn-based. Okay, so this is my thing. Turn-based could have worked, but there's two games that I think of when it comes to turn-based that makes the most sense that could have worked. Persona and Final Fantasy. If they would have took it back to the original how Final Fantasy was when everybody was playing it, that could work because that style of turn-based is people still find that fun. And then what Persona does, people still find that type of turn-based fun. Card game, throwing that in there was stupid. If you're gonna do card game, it has to be something like Yu-Gi-Oh! You're gonna have to make it first person. Give me a little this thing. I put the card down. Boom. That's the only way.
Have you ever played the Yu-Gi-Oh! Duelist of the Roses?
Yes, I have played that. That's not that bad.
That was the best one ever. I love that one. I want them to bring that back. By the way, just off topic, but basically. it's kind of like that. Like the graphics look just like a movie playing out, but it depends on your cards you have. Like, will pull up what power, and then like after you choose your card, then you watch the cinematic like fight go on and stuff like that. It's
see,
I don't know.
And that's horrible in turn based. You need to have it to where I can at least counter or something, like in Final Fantasy. If something happened, I can counter. Oh snap! Oh, counter. You know, something like I don't know.
No, it like goes back to basically Pokemon turn based. Like I don't like.
Yeah. That is so much wrong with that. Yeah, you're right. Well, yeah.
I mean, even Final Fantasy in Final Fantasy, not the Final Fantasy you're talking about, because that's a recent thing being able to counter. Like Final Fantasy 7.
Oh yeah.
Back in the day, like you pick it and hope that your party will survive. Like that's it. Like you gotta hope that your party will survive and not many people will die, and be able to. And then you might have to have one round of healing and hope the boss don't wipe you out. Like, it's all strategy. Like, and I don't mind strategy. It's just I don't like having to try to think that much. I'm sorry.
That's kind of where I'm at, and I don't. No, like honestly, like if this was my drawback of that game was the card thing. Like I was like, oh, why can't it just be, I have these powers and I take my controller and I run around with whoever I pick to go with me, and I butt mash it out, man. We just go get them, attack, do what I want to do. No, I got cards, and I'm okay with strategy. I just don't want to, like I said, think that much. Where I'm like having, okay, I need to use this power because if I use this other power, they're immune to that. So I got to use this card to get this power, and then I want to use it to kill this set of enemies here first. And then kill these. Like that's too much.
See, like I don't mind thinking ahead. Like if for instance, if I was in a game like Sword Art Online, like if I had a game like Sword Art Online and I was in it, and like I was able to, if I had to know and predict and be able to think on my feet fighting and stuff, that's fine. I can do that. It's just the push button and wait.
Yeah.
Push button, wait, look at it, like hope nothing happens, like crap, push button.
Yeah, see, and that's where exactly. It goes back to like I said, like Yu-Gi-Oh or just like real strategy games like chess and checkers and things like that. Because in real strategy games, you like you said, looking at the card, you say, okay, so many defense, so many attacks, so many this, face down cards, this, that. So you kind of know, and it's not just like you said, press button and wait. It's like it's more going on. So when you do strategize, like Hammer was saying, it's more to do. Then you like, okay, think I did it right. My turn's over. Boom. Let's see what they gonna do. Yep, I kind of knew they was gonna do that. I was ready for that. I was this. Boom. What's up? Instead of just.
At least in Yu-Gi-Oh, you can put some face down trap cards and protect yourself. Like activate my trap card. Like it's
what's up? I knew you was gonna do that because you was a sucker, and I know what suckers do.
You can actually interrupt them mid attack. Like nope. Reflective mirror back at you
with classic anime voice. Yo, haha, all that stuff. Where everybody likes to. Hammer likes to do that. He like, what? How dare you? All that. Everybody does it. Everybody cuss. Everybody yells at the video game. You do. Y'all do it. Y'all yell.
I mean, I think if you're not a gamer if you ain't ever yelled at a video game. First of all, let me be clear. I'm sorry. Everybody has cussed the video game. I won't go as far as say everybody throwing a controller because that's next level. And Snake says he's never thrown a controller. So
no.
I've dropped.
Thought you had me.
Plenty.
Thought you had me, huh?
Accident.
Thought you had me, huh? Nope. You ain't got me.
You never thrown one into the couch cushions. Like you get mad and just throw it at the couch cushions. Huh.
No,
I give him props because I'd be lying to tell you if I didn't. Because I know
I've had the controller in one hand and got so mad and I'd be like, ah! But that's just me. No.
Nice.
That's just me, yo. Nobody else done that.
I've held it like this, and I've gotten so mad that like I start squeezing it, and like you hear it like it's about to snap, like. But I've never thrown it because I can't afford to go out and just buy new controllers like that. Like, can't do it. But
it's true.
But if you want to donate to Get Nerdy Controller Fund,
there's always that.
That's all I got.
There is that. Anyway, be on the lookout for that. You can go to IGN and watch the gameplay breakdown where they showed some of the features and they showed some of the customization and whatnot. It's a really in-depth video on there. And if you get the chance, get down in the comment section and let us know what you think. Are you with the turn-based card style gaming? Or are you like kind of like me and Snake is like, I wish I could just, I want to input combos, and if I want to run through and like scissor kick motherfucking his gizzard or something, I can do it because I did it with the controller. I didn't like press a button and then watch it happen. I want to do it. Let us know if you like that. Definitely am interested in that. Definitely want to know your opinions. All right, so wrapping up the show today, we're going to talk a little bit of Battlefield 2042 and what supposedly, and I'm going to put in my parentheses here to make sure I do this, supposedly leaked beta date. I don't think it's a leak. I think leaks are fake. I think they say leak just to get people to be like, ooh, but they really wanted everybody to notice what it was. But it's supposed to be a beta version of the game. The early access sometime between September 6th and 11th. It's early access, I guess, if you pre-order. Again, supposedly, this was leaked by a retailer in Italy, of all places. It wasn't even in America, it was in Italy that supposedly leaked this. Again, I just think it's on purpose. I think they wanted you to know that, so you go pre-order, which I don't blame you because Battlefield is dope. The new one looks dope. There's a freaking tornado in the new one. Stop it. I want to try it. So kudos to them. Something else that I did notice while I was looking at this supposed leak is there's been a couple of different reveals that are supposed to be leaks that are supposed to be for guns. If you go to Games Radar, they have a whole video about it. They don't show a list where I can read it, but apparently there's been a leak of some of the guns. They're all near future guns. They're not future. They're not calling them futuristic because all of these guns apparently are authentic and are near future, meaning the real life version of these guns are in development or really, really close to being out. So to me, that's a step up as far as the game, and it's also
scary.
Kind of it's scary that they're able to know like, hey, they're just giving this information to you to put in this game. But it's also refreshing to me to know that they're not getting ridiculous with it and having all these weird futuristic weapons. Like the most futuristic thing in that game that I've seen so far as far as the trailer is the dog, and that's still not out of the realm of that's not too far away in the future. I'm just saying we have robots everywhere. Yeah. So like a little robot dog.
Awesome dynamics.
We have drones. Predator drones have been around forever. They fly around and drop bombs. So that dog robot is not that far away from being a reality. If it's not already a reality, you're just not saying. I'm just saying. So I am excited at the fact that it's not ridiculous. I don't want, everybody to have a jetpack, fly around and be stupid. None of that crap. I mean, you have like complete laser sniper rifles that like curve around buildings, that kind of weird shit. There's none of that. But these two things supposedly, no. it'll be don't buy this crap 2042 if I see that. But those are two things to check out that they supposedly leaked. But that's crap. There's no such thing. They wanted you to know. But there are things that you can check out. Like I said, Games Radar has the video talking about the different guns that are going to be in the game. And if you haven't had a chance, you can go to IGN. There is a trailer for a story for one of the class characters in the game. His name is Irish. It is worth a watch. You should definitely go watch that. I watched it, and it made me want to play the game even more. Heck of a story. I'm not going to go into extra detail. Just know that they explain his story very well, and he has a very good reason to be on the side that he's on. I was glued to it as if I was watching a movie. It looked that good, and the storyline in that video. The video is only like 6 or 7 minutes, I think, but the plot in it had me like stuck. I was on it. I did not move. I didn't want nobody to talk to me. I was watching this, and the story is good. So however they're going to incorporate that into the multiplayer is going to be freaking awesome. They have said that they're going to try to do some kind of story that fits in with the multiplayer. I think we talked about it. I said it kind of gave me the Destiny kind of vibe with them adding stories into multiplayer. Like you're playing multiplayer with your friends, and it's multiplayer, but then there's a story aspect into that. It's kind of interwoven. So do be on the lookout for that. Be on the lookout for all these games that we talked about. Each one of them is worth it. Like I said, the PlayStation already got their stuff together, so you guys, the PlayStation fans, not to fret. Just wanted to let you know. Like I said, if you got your PlayStation on standby, like I keep my Xbox, you might want to go turn it on. Just make sure that, you may need some updates or something. Who knows? It was unscheduled maintenance. That can entail of 5 patches happening in a matter of 10 minutes, and you got to do a complete update that's going to take you 2 hours. I've seen it on both consoles. There's no telling. So definitely check that out. But outside of that, I think we are done for the week. That is all the gaming news I have. Don't forget, on YouTube, like, comment, subscribe. Always hit the thumbs up button. Please always hit the thumbs up button. We need those subscribers. It helps. We need your likes. That helps push the video up in the algorithm. You know the story. And it's free. It doesn't cost you anything to hit the like button. On Facebook, continue to share. Like I said, get in the comment section. Talk to us. Let us know what you want to talk about. If you want to be on the show, let us know. You might have something that I missed, something that one of us missed in our shows. Let us know. We definitely can talk about it. But until next time, I'm the Hammer. That's Snake. That's Mingo D. And this was the Get Down.